Bill for review on the 3rd of September, the presidency is reviewed. This was as it unveiled a public information portal through which Nigerians can submit memoranda and position papers to shape the legislation before it is reviewed by the President and transmitted to the National Assembly. The Chief of Staff to the President and Chairman of the Presidential Working Group on the National Policing Bill, Femi Gbadabiamila, made the disclosures while briefing State House correspondents after convening a meeting of the group at the Aso Rock Presidential Villa, Abuja. During the briefing, Gbadabiamila disclosed that the approved work program was a 7-week milestone-driven exercise running from July 27 to September 14, 2026. President Tinubu has invited the People's Republic of China to partner with Nigeria through the sharing of geophysical data and technical cooperation rather than aid to unlock the country's vast marine resources and promote. The initiative was convened by Nigeria's permanent representative to the United Nations, Ambassador Jimoh Ibrahim, during a keynote address at the United Nations Sustainable Development Workshop on high-quality development of the marine economy in Beijing. Ibrahim delivered the address at the invitation of China's permanent mission to the United Nations. Speaking on behalf of the President, the ambassador commended China for its leadership in developing the marine and blue economy and reaffirmed Nigeria's ambition to become one of the world's leading marine economies. The Oyo State Judicial Commission of Inquiry investigating the abduction of school children and teachers in Eshele and Yawata communities in Orire local government area has called on members of the public with useful information to submit memoranda to aid its investigation. The commission, inaugurated by Governor Seyi Makinde on 31st of July 2026, said it was seeking facts, evidence, and other relative materials on the circumstances surrounding the abduction. The panel, according to the public notice signed by its secretary, Mrs. Olamide Tella, said it was interested in information on security situation before, during, and after the incident, the response of relevant authorities, as well as recommendations to prevent a recurrence. According to the notice, individuals submitting memoranda are expected to provide their full names, contact details, and any supporting documents where applicable. The 4 new bills about to be sent to the House of Assembly by the Ogun State government will help achieve a secure environment and enhance the status of the state as an investment destination. Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General in the state, Oluwashina Ogungbade, made this known while providing explanation on the new bills aimed at addressing the issues of cultism, ritual killing, and missing persons, among others. Matthew Showumi completes the report.
Determined to achieve the goals of a secured environment for investments and other activities to thrive while safeguarding the people, the 4 new bills have been put together to remove all the loopholes and strengthen the existing laws to address serious and aggravated crimes as well as criminal tendencies in the state.
We have received the approval of the Executive Council of Ogun State to present these bills to the House of Assembly for passage into law. The responsibility of any government is to provide security for its citizens. So we want to ensure that our citizens and residents continue to live in a secure environment where businesses can thrive. And again, you know that Ogun State is the investment destination of choice in Nigeria.
Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General of Ogun State, Oluwashina Ogungbade, SAN, said the challenges of cultism, ritual killings, and missing persons will be addressed by the new bills, providing insights into the bills.
Now we have situations where cultism has moved to the streets. And we noticed that there was a lapse, a lacuna, which people that were arrested have always exploited to get away with the crimes that they have committed. So what this law seeks to do is to put down a marker that if you belong to an unlawful society and a crime has been committed in furtherance of the objectives of that society, you cannot get away simply by saying, no, I was not involved in the planning. So we want people victims of crimes now, to have certain rights. For example, if you are a victim of a crime, you will have the right to be carried along every step of the way.
The commissioner assured that necessary measures will be put in place to ensure full implementation when the bills are eventually passed into law.
It might surprise you to know that there's actually no law as of today criminalizing human sacrifice. So when we charge people who have committed acts of human sacrifice, we charge them under the law which deals with murder. Okay, fine, the sentence may be the same upon conviction, but you see, what we lose is that the process does not address the root causes of why these things happen. And then, sometimes, not all victims of human sacrifices die. There are some who survive. So now this bill captures all that, but the practice hampers, should I say, efficient investigation and prosecution of these cases. Sometimes when you go to the police to report that somebody is missing, they will tell you, don't worry, come back after 24 hours. That we have to do away with. The first 24 hours is crucial in cases of missing persons.
As the bills await the necessary legislation and passage into law by the State House of Assembly, the state has no doubt been further made inhabitable for criminals. Matthew Shoumi, OGTV News.
The Ogun State government says it remains committed to strengthening the traditional institution as part of efforts to promote grassroots development and enhance governance across the state. Governor Dakwa Abiodun stated this during the installation and presentation of the staff of office and instruments of appointments to Oba Haruna Odusumu Odusoya as the Onikpetedo of Petedo Kingdom Igbesa in Adodo, a local government area. Elizabeth Esson reports.
The official presentation of the staff of office and instrument of appointments to Oba Haruna Odusumu Odusoya formally marked its installation as the Onikpetedo of Petedo Kingdom Igbesa in Adodo, a local government area of Ogun State. Presenting the instruments on behalf of Governor Dakwa Abiodun, the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Honorable Ganiu Amzat, said the prompt upgrading of deserved traditional stools demonstrates the present administration's commitment to strengthening the traditional institution. He noted that the installation of Oba Haruna Odusumu Odusoya is another step towards preserving the state's rich cultural heritage and promoting grassroots development.
I wish to inform Kabiyesi that your appointment is a call to serve your people, and as such, you are expected to champion all efforts that will further enhance peaceful coexistence with other neighboring communities. Also, you are to nurture cooperation with other royal fathers in Yewa land and indeed the entire Ogun State.
The chairman Adodo, a local government, Honorable Wasiu Lawal, congratulates the new monarch and urges him to work for the peace, unity, and social-economic development of Petedo Kingdom. Representing the Olu of Ilaru and paramount ruler of Yewa land at the ceremony was the Olu of Imashayi, Oba Lukman Koye.
He's a very good person, and I want to tell you that at least having him here will strengthen the traditional tie with his community.
Royal fathers, community leaders, and other dignitaries who attended the event also congratulate the new monarch and express confidence in his ability to move the kingdom forward.
As a new coronet for Onikpetedo Tiliwo of Igbesa land, we are happy today. I'm very, very happy to see this type of the opportunity for my brother.
He'll be able to make a lot of progress in at least developing this community, representing his people very well in the committee of Obas and of course in the local government and the state.
I do already need someone to manage and grow the town. So, and the only person we think will do it properly is Oba Haruna Odusoya Odusumu the Onikpetedo of Petedo.
In his remarks, the newly installed Onikpetedo of Petedo Kingdom, Oba Haruna Dosunmu Odusanya, thanks Dr. Dapo Abiodun, the kingmakers, and the people of the community for the honor bestowed on him. He pledges to promote peace, unity, and sustainable development in the kingdom.
Lẹ́gbàá tí wọ́n á dún ní pẹ̀tẹ́dọ̀ yìí sí ṣe mọ̀ pé ibi tá a lè wọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ àǹfààní ti wà láti lè wọ̀ bẹ̀. Tàbá fẹ́ rí gọ́vnà wa ó rọrùn. Ìgbìmọ̀ tàbá nídìí nínú ìlú tàbá bá ti lè sọ àsúnmọ́ ìjọba àsọ fún wọn. Tàbá rí any challenges nínú ìlú àpè ìjọba ṣàkíyèsí. Aṣojú ìjọba ni mo jẹ́ ń bí. Èmi náà lè dá kankan ṣe ní ẹ̀yìn wọn.
Petedo Kingdom is one of the communities in Igbesa land under Ado-Odota local government area of Ogun State. Elizabeth Eson, OGTV News.
Meanwhile, the Ogun State government has enlisted the support of traditional rulers in the fight against land grabbing. Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Honorable Ganiyu Hamzat, while speaking at the installation of the Olokpeji of Okpeji Oba Abdulgani Razak at Okpeji, said land grabbing is a serious offense in the state. The report.
The agrarian and sleepy community of Okpeji in Odeda local government area of Ogun State came alive as the first coronate monarch, Oba Abdulganiyu Razak, was installed amidst fanfare.
It's a kind of thing that the people of Okpeji are so lucky to have him as a Kabiyesi now. And we will support him morally, financially, in our club, because this is what we have been longing for, and this is what we hope to get.
To come together, let's do it together. Divided we fall, together we do the right thing.
Oba Abdulganiyu Adesina Razak is renowned for his selfless service and philanthropic gestures, which have brought about the provision of social amenities, including electrification projects, modern hospital, block of classrooms and town hall, which the new monarch has been linked as facilitator.
I'm using this opportunity. I'm calling all our sons and daughters all over the world just to come out so that we can come together and ensure that everything is achievable together, because no one person can do it alone.
For the past 16 years that we have been taking the steps and moving forward, God make it a reality today. I'm so happy.
Present the staff of office and certificates to the new Olokpeji of Okpeji, Oba Abdulganiyu Adesina Razak, the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Ogun State. Honorable Ganiyu Hamzat told him not to dabble into installation of Baale and contentious land matters or grabbing. Through the permanent secretary in the ministry, Dr. Rotimi Oluwakinlesi, the commissioner applauds the new Olokpeji of Okpeji for his love for the people while urging the people to support him.
He's a community person and a philanthropist. One, we just want to encourage him to keep in this stead, keep doing this, and pray that I can only pray for him that this community will experience progress, and by the grace of God, he will live long.
Earlier, the Olokpeji of Okpeji Oba Abdulganiyu Adesina Razak had received royal blessing from the Alake and paramount ruler of Egba land, Oba Michael Adedotun Aremu Gbadebo, who enjoined the new monarch not to relent on the quest to make his people and Egba land greater. Adefowora Adesanwo, OGTV News.
Every year, thousands of Nigerian graduates complete the National Youth Service Corps program with hopes of securing employment and building successful careers. But beyond the discharge certificate lies a new reality: navigating life after service in a challenging economy. What comes next for the service year? How willing are employers to hire fresh ex-corps members, and what options are available for those unable to secure immediate employment? To find answers, our correspondent Testimony Komolafe speaks with employers, youths and career experts. Her report.
For many corps members, the passing out parade is a moment of celebration, a reward for a year of service to the nation. But beyond the excitement lies a pressing question: What's next?
That's actually a big question, but then I would say I would go back into my tech skill and get married to the absolute love of my life.
For me, I will first of all go to rest, think, and maybe re-strategize. Maybe it's business, maybe it's marriage, maybe it's masters.
For some, the next destination is in the labor market. For others, it is the entrepreneurship, further education, or even plans to seek opportunities abroad.
If there's an opportunity for it, it's good to, migrate and seek greener pastures.
Think about what I want to do, apply for jobs, and business too. I've always been a business person.
I'm a photographer, so, and belong, I actually did something pertaining to that.
Many say the reality after service is different from what they imagined.
Everybody's opinion is to start a business after school, but for me actually, I was thinking of maybe going into farming, agricultural business.
Employers acknowledge that fresh graduates have academic qualifications, but stress that employability goes beyond an NYSC discharge certificate. They emphasized on the willingness to recruit NYSC graduates who possess relevant skills and a willingness to learn.
Time to time, year to year, I've always taken in NYSC members who study criminology and other courses to that towards the security line. I've always taken them in, trained them, and till today, I have a few of them still working with me.
Beyond job hunting, many young Nigerians are turning to entrepreneurship, freelancing, remote work, or further studies in pursuit of better opportunities.
There is no company, or let me say, most companies would not want to leave a core member that is adding value to the organization or company. So it's a function of value. Are you adding value?
The transition from NYSC to the labor market can be challenging, but opportunities exist for graduates who continue to build their skills. As employers note, success after service depends not only on completing NYSC, but also on the value each graduate brings. Testimony Komalafe, OGTV News.
Members of the Ogun State Charter of Nigerian Institutes of Architects, NIA, have been commended for their commitment to professionalism despite the growing trend of apathy towards practice of the profession. Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Ludaisi Elemide, gave the commendation while playing host to members led by architect Olugbenga Konde, who were on a courtesy call on him at the Assembly Complex, Okemoso, Abeokuta. Kolawole Osho's report is presented in this package.
Receiving members of the Ogun State chapter of the Nigerian Institute of Architects, NIA, led by architect Akonde, who represented the chairman of the state chapter of the institute, architect Olusegun Oriola, Speaker, Right Honorable Elemide, assured that as a member of the institute and a lawmaker, he would continue to support the institute with renewed commitment to protecting the interest of the noble profession. He urged the architect to deliberately mentor and encourage the younger generation to embrace the profession by making it more attractive, providing adequate information about career opportunities, and guiding aspiring professionals towards excellence. He observed that despite the critical role architects played in shaping the built environment and driving societal development, the profession and its practitioners have continued to suffer marginalization within the industry, promising to work with the Institute in promoting the ideals of the profession.
Say this is an association. This is a profession of pride. This is a profession of pride, and we should have our own in the community of professionals. Recently, the conference, the last law we did, they brought a lot of things and I said, how can this fly when I'm at the end of our year's term?
He also advocated an end to the HND-BSc dichotomy in the profession, while reassuring that he would be part of the Institute's forthcoming program. Earlier in his remarks, Architect Akonde appreciated the Speaker for receiving the members of the Institute and lauded his contributions to the state legislature and the profession. He later extended invitation to the Speaker for the Institute's upcoming conference scheduled for September 16th and 17th with the theme, The Impact of Architect in the Development of Ogun State, which would bring together policymakers, building professionals, and government officials to deliberate on issues including affordable housing and the enforcement of town planning laws. Presenting the Institute's Legislative Excellence Award to the Right Honorable Speaker in recognition of his contributions to the advancement of architecture in the state, a member of the Institute, Architect Kennedy Johnson, thanked the Speaker for his unwavering support to the profession and for his distinguished service as Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly.
Odua Investment Company Limited has formally inaugurated Dr. Tajuddin Tola Kasali as its new group chairman, completing a seamless leadership transition that reinforces the conglomerate's commitments to corporate governance and institutional continuity. The inauguration took place during the Board of Directors meeting on July 30th, following the earlier announcement of his appointment as the company's 44th annual general meeting held at the newly redeveloped Premier Hotel Ibadan. Dr. Kasali succeeds Otumba Bimbo Ashiru, whose 4-year tenure as chairman ended in line with the company's governance policy of rotational chairmanship among the 6 shareholders Southwest states. Otumba Ashiru, however, remains a member of the board until 2028, when he will have completed his 2nd and final term, thereby ensuring continuity, institutional memory, and strategic stability. Dr. Kasali has served as the director of Odua Investment Company Limited since 2020. A distinguished medical practitioner and accomplished public administrator, he holds a medical degree from the State Medical Institute in Ukraine. His public service career includes serving as executive chairman of Ibejuleki local government and as Lagos State Commissioner for Rural Development, Health, and Special Duties. He also championed the establishment of the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, LASEMA, and the Lagos State Safety Commission. Nigeria's electricity metering rate has improved gradually in the first 4 months of 2026, rising from 57.93% in January to 59.69% in April, as distribution companies continued to deploy prepaid meters across their networks. Data from the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission showed that the number of metered customers increased from 7.09 million in January to 7.44 million in April, representing an addition of more than 349,357 customers within the period. The improvements reflect ongoing efforts by the federal government and electricity distribution companies to close the metering gap and reduce reliance on estimated billing, although more than 5 million active customers remained without meters as of April 2026. Out of this figure, the distribution companies added more than 227,000 customers to the metering network in March and April, pushing the national metering rate closer to 60%, according to the latest data from the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission. And just before we end the news, in the words of Colin Powell, says, "There are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from